Okay, so I'm installing an aftermarket Android touchscreen radio into my wife's JK Wrangler. It's a 2013. I ordered the radio installation kit that came with the harness and the DIN brackets. The harness was pretty much very simple, wire to wire, just color to color. The yellow's the battery. There's a black for ground. Really easy. The problem I ran into was the ACC power wire. No place to wire it in. There is no place on the harness for this. Some people mentioned hooking it to running it out to the battery. That's going to give you 12 volts all the time, and you have to manually cut your radio off. If you hook it into the battery side of this terminal, same thing. The ACC power is for your ignition. When you cut your ignition on, the radio comes on. When you cut your ignition off, the radio turns off. So what I did was I searched it out with a voltmeter, and on the bracket for the power windows, there's a wire. If I can get it to focus, there's a wire, red with a yellow stripe, kind of a big wire. That's a 12 volts with ignition on and no voltage with ignition off. So I just took a splicing terminal and spliced into that wire, and that's where I caught my ACC power. It works perfect. Turn the ignition off, radio goes off. Turn the ignition on, there's power to the radio. So I thought this may help anybody that's installing an aftermarket radio into a JK and needs to try and find an ignition source. That wire behind the power window bracket, red with yellow stripe. And the connect there, it works great.